Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Gandhi Alvy, and this is our presentation of our groups for a summary what have we learned in this semester. Okay, discussion 1. Nature of language. What is a language? A language is a structure by a system of communication used by human based on speech and gesture, spoken language, sign, or after writing. The structure of language is a grammar, and the three components are its vocabulary. There's a different kind of how the way human communicate, like spoken or verbal, like which is face to face, telephone or radio or television or other media, and there is non-verbal like covering body language, gesture, and how we dress or act, and where we stand, and even others. And there is a written communication which concludes a letter, emails, or social media that WhatsApp and everything.
Diskusi 2. Consonant articulation. An articulation are joined in where two bones come together in terms of amounts of a movement they allow. There are three types of joints: immovable, sagely movable, and freely movable. Means of articulation. The way of articulation is the way the airflow in north or found in the speech apparatus to produce the sound of language. This concept is used to classify language sound into several types such as plosive, fricative, affricate, nasal, lateral, vibration, touched, approximation, semi-vowel, and vowel. For example, you can squeeze the back of your tongue against your velum to block the airflow, or you can lightly touch that same place and let some air pass through. Although of both of these notions occur the same place, they make different sound because the manner of articulation.
Okay, for the next is consonant. Consonant is a speech sounds that is not a vowel, for example B, S, and W. And the next is vowel. Vowel is defined as a syllabics in the sounds that from the peak of a syllable, for example E and O. And the next is diphthong. Diphthong is a sound made by gilding from one vowel position to another position. For example, I, the word oil.
Discussion 4. Diacritic or prosody or suprasegmental features. Diacritic are marked placed above or below, or sometimes next to a letter in a word to indicate a particular pronunciation. In regard to accent, tone, or stress, as well as meanings, especially when a homograph exists without the marked letter or letters, suprasegmental also called prosodic features. In phonetics, a speech feature such as stress, tone, or word juncture that accompanies or is added over consonants and vowel. These features are not limited to single sounds but often extend over syllables, words, or phrases. Here's the kind of diacritic and prosody. There is suprasegmental, tone, intonation, stress, pitch, rising intonation, word accent, falling intonation, and length.
Okay, for the next is grapheme-phoneme correspondence. Grapheme-phoneme correspondence is a rule that regulates the relationship between the letter and the phonemes they represent. Okay, for the next is phonotactic. Phonotactic is a branch of phonology that deals with restrictions in a language on the permissible combination of phoneme. Okay, for the next is prosthetic phonology. Prosthetic phonology is the use of the pitch, tempo, and the rhythm in a speech to convey information about the structure and the meaning of a utterance. For example, yeah, that was a great movie.
That's the summary we've made. Our group consists of Septiana Handayani, Muhammad Ardha, and also Muhammad Gandhi Alvy, namely myself. More or less, I apologize for the error of the video or quality or lack of material or words error, and others. So wabillahi taufiq walhidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.